What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tokyo Ghoul Invoke. And finally we have Centipede, and he's an Invoke Fest unit, meaning we also finally have a new Invoke Fest to pull on and pull for. Before I get into the actual video, I am going to go over the banner, and I am going to go over Centipede himself. Just really quickly, I'm not going to say where he rates among the others. That'll come in a separate video up in the future. Probably, if I can, tomorrow. But for now, you have a general 3% rate at Centipede and a 1.2% rate at any of the other Fistful units, with a 3.5% rate at any other SSR, premium SSR on the banner. That's a total of 39 SSRs, with a total 5% SSR pull rate. General pull rate is the same. The featured, non-featured split has changed, and unfortunately it's changed for the worse. It used to be, I believe, before the renewal, it was 2% for featured and 3% for unfeatured. It seems they've changed that to 1.5 and 3.5. Sucks, but at least we're still getting a split. Some games don't get that, and those games, let me tell you, are not fun to try to pull things in. The 3 steps, there are 3 that are guaranteed. The 3 guaranteed steps are Step 3, Step 5, and Step 7. Step 3 only guarantees you an SSR, and it does not increase the festival unit SSR rate at all, which sucks. That means that this step, you're basically guaranteed a premium SSR, not festival. It's alright, though, because a lot of the premium SSRs can be pretty good, and there's some good ones, or you could just use it to sell it if you hate all the premiums, but a lot of them are good. The 5th step is where things really get good. You get an 100% chance at a festival unit, and while you do seemingly have a very low chance of pulling Centipede himself, due to only having the 11.11%, whereas other fests have an 88.89% chance of being pulled, I will say that's not bad. It's not great if you're only aiming for Centipede. If you have every other fest, it hurts a little because you're most likely not going to get Centipede there. But it's not terrible because effectively every single festival unit has the exact same rate on this pull due to the split. They all have a roughly 11.11% chance of being pulled. And most of the other fests are actually really good too. There's 3 of them that are better than Centipede, and then the rest are all close enough to his level that it's not bad to pull them. The 7th step is the most desirable step. You get a 30% chance at Centipede, 70% chance at any of the other fests. I definitely say that if you're trying to get Centipede, you go to Step 7. Period. If you're not trying to get Centipede, then you can stop at Step 5. You'll get a fest. You can move on. It'll be fine. But if you want Centipede and you're not lucky enough to get him before Step 7, you definitely do Step 7. There's just no good reason to skip if you've gone that far in. Outside of that, to go over Centipede himself, he starts with 1100 attack, 300 defense, and 7,890 HP. It's a pretty good stat line. He has a total 10 AP and 5 durability. The 10 AP is great. The durability is It sucks. It means he's a very squishy unit. But what he does come with, he comes with a -7 weapon durability to the target, followed by a 1.75 times attack boost for 3 turns, and then a 1.2 times damage multiplier for 10 hits against all enemies. He is an AoE. And as an AoE, as much as I hate to admit it, being a Juzo lover, he is way better than Juzo. He has way more attack. He hits, I believe, the same number of times for a lower multiplier, but his weapon durability break is actually going to be a little more reliable than Juzo's poison for getting damage out. And really, like I said, his higher attack just makes such a difference. It's not like where there's a 200 point difference. No, it's insane. Especially when you realize that with his weapon level up, he gets another 500 on top of that. Juzo caps out at 1115 attack, but Kaneki caps out, or Centipede caps out, at 1600. The only other unit in the game that gets that high is Arima. His defense buff is negligible. It's just another 100 defense. It's not going to save your life. The HP buff, 2,000 extra. That might get you another hit before you die. What's really important to look at is this last skill. It is a 30% guard chance. Now, on most units, that's negligible. It's not bad. It's great to have, but you would generally prefer a crit rate because you have a decent enough defense stat that you don't need to worry about guarding. However, on a unit with 5 durability and 400 max defense, a 30% guard rate is the difference between life and death. I guarantee it. His unique ability at max level is AP plus 4, just like Juzo, so he hits the same number of times as Juzo, harder than Juzo. Very, very nice to have that set up. And that, I believe, is the entirety of the unit. He's good. He's worth pulling for if you already, even if you already have the other AoEs. You should at least try on the 30 Haka multi. And then if you don't get him, you can move on. But he's definitely worth trying to get him at least once. Unfortunately, I can't show you my summons. I forgot to record them. I just got excited. Got a little too excited. I summoned immediately, and then after I had gotten them, I was like, shit, I should have recorded. I should have waited until I had 300 and done a full video. However, I did get them. I was very happy. I went ahead and fed him 40 pills to get him to 40%, and I've got him at weapon level 5, and this team here is what we're going to use to show him off. Actually, in the back, I don't know if you saw or not, but I actually have the Dispatch Kaneki, and we're going to show him off as well. Let's see, do we have an advantage event? We have a type advantage in that event, so we're going to go over here, and we're going to take on this event and see if we can't show him off against the type disadvantaged Kaneki from this event. I want to see how high his damage numbers will go. Now mine, because he's only 40%, he doesn't have his max power. His skill only buffs him 1.5, not 1.75. But that's all right for what I want to do now. So let's start by getting him his skill. He's got some very angry sounds, as you can hear. He's pretty crazy. One of the nicknames I gave him was Cannibalizing for Insanity. Another one is the Creepy Crawly, which is based on the fact that he is a centipede and he is constantly on the ground. Alright, we got his special. We got his skill active. So next turn, I'm going to go ahead and show that off. And one of these guys is light, so watch the damage in the center. I don't know if you could see that, but while on each side he was doing roughly 3,000 to 5,000, the center he was doing 9,000 to 10,000 per hit. So with advantage, this guy is insane. Now we can see his attack set has jumped. He's at 2,400 attack. Let's go ahead and get Arima. Let's get Juzo for comparison. Ooh, this guy has a dodge. I didn't know that. We'll switch back to Juzo. Alright. So once these attacks get over with, we'll go ahead and show off what Juzo does. So remember, Kaneki was doing 9,000 per hit with advantage. Let's see how Juzo does with advantage. Watch Kaneki's damage, the damage over here. He did guard a few of those, but you could see he was doing 5,000 or so per hit. Now if we get back over here, let's break and try to get his special back. It might be difficult. We might have to pause for a turn. I think we will. I think we're going to have to pause for a turn because I can't risk killing Kaneki. So let's go ahead and end our turn. We'll let them get some attacks in. Now this shows off his squishiness pretty well because he just died. I didn't plan for that. Whoops. I actually should have switched him out. I didn't think about that at all. That shows off his squishiness, so we're not going to see his damage against Kaneki. I also kind of forgot that lights are also strong against darks. So let's just go ahead and get this over with, and we'll do another show-off. And I'll make sure not to let him die this time. Ah, yes, Arima just going in and finishing the job. Alright, I think that was more than quick enough to do a second go through. So I managed to show off a little bit of his damage and how squishy he is. That was like, he took maybe 4 or 5 attacks and he was just dead. So we're gonna grab we're gonna keep the dark team, but we're gonna grab one of my tankier units and put them in his column. So let's go ahead and go down to Kaneki here. We're gonna move Arima into that column so I can swap him behind Arima when I need to. There we go. Alright, this is how we're gonna go back in. Alright. Again, we're gonna just make sure Kaneki gets his skill. This time what we'll do is we'll save it until we get to the final boss. He's very, very screamy boy. Screams a lot. Alright, we're just gonna charge up these two over here. We'll let Juzo go ahead and take out this last person. I actually probably should have let the dispatch Kaneki do it, just to save Juzo his skill, but it's okay. So what we're going to do this time, we're actually going to go all in. We're going to unleash this Kaneki skill. This is the one that you got from dispatch, by the way. So you guys can see his kind of damage. It's not super impressive, but he's not bad. We're going to go all in with all of our attacks. And then we're going to let Kaneki aim over at Nishiki, and you'll see how his break works. Notice he almost broke Nishiki, and I think he had 6 total. And he fully broke Kaneki. So now we're going to go all in on Nishiki. Then we're going to switch to Arima and stand. I'll probably lose at least one member this turn. Ooh, we might lose more than one. 15% recovery, that's actually good. That'll give us more time. Alright, cool. They aimed down Jason, the useless one. Alright, so he's got a 2-turn attack and defense buff, and this guy's going to use his skill again. Alright. We should be good now, though. So, it looks like Centipede healed. That was interesting. I didn't know he could do that. Oh, yes, they do that in the back row. That's right. So we're going to go ahead and let Juzo use his skill again. I don't think anybody's dying from that. Let's aim back at Nishiki for sure. Switch back to Centipede. Alright, it looks like we're just going to kill. Because Nishiki didn't have enough health. That's alright. Let's let Centipede get the finale. Yes. Alright, so we saw his damage. We saw what he could do. Obviously, not the greatest unit to leave on your Vanguard. Definitely try to keep him in the back row as much as possible. He is not a tanky guy. I would say that he's definitely still better than Juzo, though. You can see the difference in their damage between when Juzo used his skill versus when Centipede was using his. Juzo was doing, even with advantage, he was doing 4,000, 5,000, whereas Centipede, without even getting his maximum buff, without even being max skill level, or even the same skill level as Juzo, was hitting 10,000, 9,000 easy. So I would definitely say Centipede is he's worth pulling for. He's probably the best AoE in the game right now, and that's about it. That's what I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.